If Earth suddenly stopped spinning, 90% of humanity would die within minutes. Not because the planet explodes, but because everything on it keeps moving. Right now, as you're watching this, you are traveling through space at about 1,000 miles per hour. You just don't feel it. But the moment Earth stops, you will. Imagine this. The ground stops instantly, but you don't. Neither do cars, planes, buildings, or the oceans. Everything that isn't bolted to the planet keeps flying east at 1,000 miles per hour, the speed of a fighter jet. Cities would instantly turn into fields of debris. People would be thrown across the ground like rag dolls. Entire forests flattened in seconds. And that's just the first moment, because something even worse happens next. The atmosphere doesn't stop when the planet does. That means the air around Earth would continue moving at 1,000 miles per hour. To put that in perspective, the most powerful tornado ever recorded reached about 300 miles per hour. This would be 3 times stronger. Imagine a storm powerful enough to rip skyscrapers out of the ground. Winds so violent they strip the soil off entire continents. Within minutes, the surface of Earth would look like a planet that had been scraped clean. But somehow, let's say a few humans survive underground, because the real nightmare is only beginning. Earth spins once every 24 hours. That's why we have day and night. But if the spin stopped, one side of the planet would face the sun forever. That side would slowly heat to over 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Hot enough to cook the surface. Oceans would begin evaporating, continents turning into deserts. But the other side would be permanent darkness, temperatures dropping to negative 200 degrees, a frozen wasteland where nothing grows. 2 sides of the same planet, one burning, one frozen. But strangely, there might still be one place where life survives. Between the burning side and the frozen side, there would be a thin strip around the planet where temperatures are actually livable. Scientists call this region the Terminator Zone, the place where day and night meet. A narrow twilight band stretching around Earth, not too hot, not too cold. If humanity survived at all, this is where civilization would rebuild. Cities built along a permanent sunset. But Earth's surface would keep changing, because the oceans themselves would begin moving. Right now, Earth's spin creates a slight bulge at the equator. The planet isn't perfectly round, it's slightly fatter in the middle. If the spin stopped, that bulge would slowly collapse, and the water from the oceans would begin migrating toward the North and South poles. Over thousands of years, Earth would transform into something completely alien. 2 massive oceans at the poles, and one giant supercontinent wrapping around the equator. No Atlantic Ocean, no Pacific Ocean, just one enormous landmass stretching around the planet. You could literally walk from New York to Africa. But even that wouldn't be the biggest problem, because something invisible would begin to disappear. Earth is protected by a massive magnetic field, an invisible shield that blocks deadly radiation from the sun. Without it, life on Earth wouldn't exist, and that shield is powered by something deep inside our planet, a churning ocean of molten iron inside Earth's core. If Earth's rotation slowed enough, that magnetic field could weaken. Solar radiation would start reaching the surface. The ozone layer would slowly break apart. Crops would fail, food chains collapse, and the planet would begin turning into something very familiar. A world that once had water but lost its protection. Mars. But here's the good news, this isn't going to happen. Earth is slowing down, but extremely slowly. About 1.4 milliseconds per century. At that rate, Earth wouldn't fully stop spinning for billions of years, and long before that happens, the sun itself will expand and swallow the planet. But here's something fascinating. Billions of years ago, a day on Earth lasted only 6 hours. The planet was spinning 4 times faster than it is today, and life still evolved, which means something incredible happened. Everything about our planet lined up perfectly. The spin, the distance from the sun, the magnetic shield. the moon stabilizing our orbit, all of it working together to make life possible. So, the next time you stand still, remember this: you are not standing still. You are riding a planet spinning through space at 1,000 miles per hour. And the only reason life exists is because it never stopped.